All right, so I remember when Trayvon Martin got killed back in 2012, and it was just such a shock to me, bro. Like, it was just something that I've never really, like, grasped at all. Like, low key, I feel like I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to over exaggerate for the sake of people that really did go through this, like people that really lost family members. Because, you know, all it is for some of us is just something that really happened on TV. And I'm not trying to, you know, put this to the side as insignificant or whatever. But like, bro, I remember being in like, I don't even remember how old I was in 2012, but I was young as hell. And it was just like, damn, like to me, pretty much police brutality was not really that much of a reality to me. I mean, I remember watching the Rodney King incident when they violated that man's shit. Like, and it was just such a distant thing to me back then, because you have to, imagine I was even younger back then watching Rodney King than I was when Trayvon happened. So like, it was just such a distant thing to me to the point where it was almost like a comic book, like movie arc, bro. Then you had the LA riots going on after that. And it's just something that growing up, you only saw in TV. And it was just something that it was like, you know, my parents would just be like, yeah, they violated that man. But to me, it was like, damn. You know, the way they beat that man, it was just like, what did he do? And then the harsh reality is realizing he really didn't do that much. So later on down the road, bro, that's when you start to pick up the pieces and just be like, damn, so you really have to move this way. You have to move like X when you look like brown, like black, or you got to move like Y when you do this. And it's just such a weird reality, bro, to the point where you do get desensitized after a while and you start to like miss those days when you didn't have to think about it. But the truth is you're gonna have to be notified of how to move, how to walk when you see shit like this happen, because anybody could be next, bro. You look at these photos of these victims, bro, and it's graduation photos up there, bro. It's photos of people at cookouts. It's regular people out there. Like, the next person could be somebody you know. God forbid it could be you, bro. It is what it is, y'all. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I do this. But anyways, what was I about to say? So the point of this video is really to talk about getting off social media, because the point is, bro, we kind of don't know this. We know this, but we don't really ingrain it because we're so like into our phones, bro. I just realized my neck, like the back of my neck, is kind of like getting stressed. Not stressed, but like, okay, like physically stressed, because I'm always looking down at my shit. So it's kind of like the spinal cord, the upper spinal cord gets, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Like, it's either my back or like my upper spinal cord is like, bro, you got to get off this phone, because you're always looking down. This is some like iRobot shit. You know what I mean? To the point where you're like, all right. And that's just the physical portion. You got to understand, we can't escape this George Floyd situation. You know, RIP to that man. They did him so dirty. And it's millions of more people, well, hundreds of thousands of more people getting done dirty the same exact way. It's people dying in these protests, bro. But that's a whole other conversation, bro. RIP that man. But bro, social media and media itself, big media, is a whole machine that y'all need to step away from. This is literally Big Brother. Like, this shit is on a whole nother level, bro. If you've ever seen, or there's this movie called 1984 or 1985, bro. And it's just facts. You got to watch that movie. I won't even go into it, but check out that movie. I recommend it. All right. But it's pretty much like the social programming going on. You go on Instagram and it really is about creating digital avatars and broadcasting yourself in a way that you might not, chances are you might not be in real life. Like, dead ass, that's not who you really are. We all have that good angle. And we all have that good position that we want to take. And that's just the photo. Think about all the accomplishments that we post online, all the shit that we want people to see about us. Bro, on my Facebook, it still says that I'm a student at Montclair State University. Like, I don't even go to that school no more, but that shit looks cool. You know what I mean? I don't really go there no more, but it's something that I project. Of course, if you ask me what I'm doing right now, I'm saying, oh, I'm getting it together. I'm going back to school in September. But it's just like, I don't keep it real on there because it's like, number one, not everybody needs to know. Number two, it looks cool. But the point is, that might not be the reality. That's just something that I'm projecting in a digital space. You feel me? So when you're online, bro, this shit is not you. Nobody's keeping it 100 with you. So you got to think about how media works. You know what I mean? Media definitely has to project certain narratives, bro. And I believe that Black Lives Matter. I believe that all lives matter. Here's my position on this. All lives matter, but at the moment, Black lives are very critical. Like, we're critically in danger. Like, it's just facts. So when I see a lot of people instantly just deflecting the statement by being like, all lives matter, all lives, it's like, bro, I agree, all lives do matter, but the fact is there's a crisis going on right now, and that's not even just in the United States. It's been a global crisis. Like, the black people of every civilization have, in the recent, don't get it messed up, because there are literally past civilizations with black people. Like, there's literally fact, like there's actual fact that black people were in America way back, like way back. This is centuries ago, bro. But it's just a fact that it's just been a global crisis for black people for so long at this point. So it is what it is, y'all. People just want to stay ignorant. My advice to you on that is to just cut them niggas off, because you can't educate these people, because it's just built on hate. Like, they're just gonna defy the truth. They're gonna defy facts. But it is what it is. But you know, you want to get off social media, bro, because it's like being a hamster in a wheel. You know, I was on TikTok because I thought I would get comedic relief off of it. I'd been deleted Facebook. I've been deleted Instagram in like high school, but I was on TikTok and I realized, bro, like, even on TikTok, this shit is terrible. Every single, like, it died down. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as bad as it was, but every single time you scroll on TikTok, it's Childish Gambino's "This Is America." Kendrick Lamar's "All Right." Y'all ruined that shit for me, because Kendrick was my favorite artist at some point, but y'all really killed this shit for me. And it's just riots and shit. And by the way, y'all rioters are dumb as shit. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's just black people. We all know that it's a lot of infiltrators, a lot of white nationalist infiltrators getting in there and then planting a bunch of garbage, like setting a bunch of fires. They're catching a whole bunch of Dylans and Codys that look musty as hell with backpacks and like tiny like stink bombs and shit. And like, it's such a mess. Like, this is such a garbage time in history. And the fact that, to me, like, none of this even matters, because we're on this planet literally for a blink. We're literally like a piece, like a shred of a fleck of a speck of a hair in the middle of eons and eons and eons of space and time. Like, we really don't matter. Like, and the fact that we're all focusing on shit like this is really, I'm not saying that George Floyd's death is insignificant. And I'll say this about the riots: the anger is justified from the people that are legit rioting, like not planting stuff to get black people in some more heat. The people that are legit breaking stuff, the anger is justified, but the action is unnecessary. Obviously, like, that shit is just dumb as hell to me. But it is what it is, guys. My advice to y'all: just get off social media, bro, because it kind of reflects in how you feel overall. Think about it, bro. Like, you're literally hearing about this on your phone. You get off your phone, you go to the living room, turn on news. If you're in Jersey, it's Channel 12 all day. Like, that's just how it is. It's Channel 12, and you're gonna hear more about protests. You're hearing about protests in Britain. Like, you're hearing about them niggas that say water like water. Like, you're hearing about protests where they're throwing statues down in the river. Like, that shit's not gonna do anything, bro. A lot of y'all are doing this for the clout. Let's be real. Like, let's keep it a buck. It's a lot of influencers going outside, taking pictures, and then going their ass back inside. It's the most pathetic time in history. Like, I can't stand my generation. But it is what it is. You shouldn't even care about your generation. You should care about yourself at this point. You should care about how you're gonna usher in the next generation, what your kids are gonna see based on what you built, like the wealth that you built. That's really all that matters at the end of the day. Like, I really don't care about my generation like that. But y'all, like, honestly, get off social media, bro. It's hard. It really is like not smoking. I don't smoke cigarettes. It's musty. But it's like not smoking cigarettes, and then you feel the withdrawals. I honestly believe that social media withdrawals exist, but once you get through that first and second week, you'll be fine. You'll be straight, and you'll realize that, bro, the opinions of like them niggas that you used to know in high school, they don't matter, and you don't care about them. No offense, but they should feel the same way about you. It really doesn't matter, because everybody wants to be self-righteous, and that's fine. That's like a basic human want. But it's like, bro, nobody asked you. You know what I mean? And people say these like really bold things, and the likes just dignify them. The likes gas them up, and they suddenly feel like they have this, this pedestal that they have to stay on. And it's just the most unnecessary thing. and it's not healthy for them, and it's not healthy for you, bro. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say for today, yo. Double upload for today because I haven't really been consistent with y'all. Guys, please make sure y'all drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I got videos coming out every single week, bro. It's your boy, and yeah, I'm out.